That's right, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you an amazing trading strategy for Cardano ADA. It made over 3,000% profit since the beginning of ADA. And that means that this strategy works for the long term. This is a trend following strategy, and I'm going to show you how it works, how to use it, and even better, I'm going to show you how to fully automate it so that you don't even have to click the buttons. It happens fully automatically. And that's because this is an algorithmic trading channel for automating trend following strategies, which in my opinion work the best. And that's why I'm going to show you exactly that. And as a small bonus at the end of the video, I'm going to show you what one of my trading strategies is doing on Cardano. Is it better or worse? We will see. Both is possible. And as always, this is not financial advice. Crypto is risky. You can lose all of your money. Most retail investors lose all of their money, which is why I'm doing this channel to help people with educational content. So make sure to watch all the educational videos. It is life-changing. And with all of that, let's get started. All right, let's look at the strategy. It's called the Gaussian channel strategy. Actually, I developed this myself. It's fully free. You can find this on TradingView, but you need to come to my Telegram so that I can give you access, okay? So you come there, you say you want access, you will get access, no question asked. Now, how does this work? Well, it takes the Gaussian channel, which by the way, you can find here in the indicators, and it's made by Donovan Wall. And I took that, it's just an indicator, and then I created a strategy out of it to make sure that it actually buys and sells, right? So then what happens here is that it always buys when it is above the upper line, and then it sells when it goes below the upper line. And basically that's it, okay? Of course, there are some details, but that is what generates this amazing profit of 3,400% since the beginning of ADA. And it also, by the way, it also made sure to not lose, right, in these massive drawdowns, right? Protected from 65% drawdown. Here it protected again from 60% drawdown. Here it protected again from 55% drawdown. You get the idea, right? So basically it's better than hodling, obviously, because as you can see here, the green line is actually, let me put myself on the other side. So as you can see, the green line is the strategy's performance and the blue line is buy and hold. So it is way better than buy and hold, okay? So what happens here is that the strategy buys and sells based on this indicator, right? And then also it protects the downside because the max drawdown is only 37%, right? And as you have seen before, the asset itself loses way more than that. So that's why it is better than the asset itself. It's better than buying and holding as well, which is what is shown here in this graph. Now, this strategy is better than what most people did with ADA, right? But let me still show you a couple of trades so you get a better feeling of what this strategy is actually doing. Now, I already said that it buys above the upper line and then it sells below the upper line. So that is what protects the downside, right? Because when it goes below the line, it has to get out even if the asset crashes more. Now, recently we had the situation that it sold here and protected from a drawdown. Actually, to be fair, we have to go at the end of the week of almost 51% drawdown. Yes, so that is great. The strategy protected the portfolio so that the portfolio can buy back in, let's say here at some point, right? There might be a buy signal very soon and it can buy with more money, right? Because it sold already up here and did not lose it on the way down. Yeah, so that is great. Also, you can see a couple of trades here above the line when it's still red. And by the way, right, if you're asking yourself, does it make more money to buy when it's green and to sell when it's red? And I can tell you that that's absolutely not the case because of course I tried that and that will produce way worse results, especially it will have a massive drawdown. Okay, so that's not the thing that works. That's why the strategy is developed the way it is now. So as you can see here, it has a buy signal here and then it has a sell signal here. And if you don't know TradingView, then that's how it shows it, right? The blue arrow is a buy signal, a proper strategy buy, and the pink one is a sell signal. Now, you can take these signals and you can send them to your exchange to automate them. And I will show you in this video, at the end of the video, how to do that. It's very simple, but because this is a proper strategy, it can be automated, okay? So it's not just an indicator, it's an actual strategy with actual performance numbers and actual trading signals, okay? So that is really cool. But if I go back in time, let's check some more of the trades that happened here. So the good ones were obviously these ones here. You see here 170% profit. Here we had a small one for 15, but then a big one here for about 681% profit. But then you can also see one of the downsides of this strategy. Every strategy has a downside, okay? Nothing is perfect. But as you can see, when the movement of the price is sideways, then the strategy gets in and then gets out again, gets in, gets out, gets in, gets out. So it has a lot of trades that are actually not very profitable or mostly useless, and there will be some commissions lost on using this strategy on the exchange. So make sure to use an exchange that does not charge you a lot of money for making these trades, okay? Because let's look again at the strategy tester. You can see here it has 35 trades. It doesn't sound like a lot, but every trade has a buy and a sell signal. So actually you have paid the exchange 70 times for trading, okay? So make sure to use an exchange that is not that expensive. For example, Bybit, but I'm not gonna put my link down there. I'm not such a YouTuber. Just pick one that is cheap and that you trust. Now you see other trading signals here, they all repeat the same pattern, right? It goes above the line. Once the candle closes, this is on the 1-day chart, by the way, almost forgot to say that. 1-day chart, you can try it on other time frames as well. It might work better. I don't think so, but you can try. And so here, once the candle closes, that's important. Don't buy before that because it might be a fake. So then it buys and then it closes here below the line again once the candle closes again, right? And there will be some trades that are not useful on the way down, but it's still better than what most people did with their ADA, which I know from talking to them, they were holding it until the bear market. And the worst case scenario was to sell it at the bottom. But the second worst case scenario is simply that they are still holding it and they didn't actually take profit, which is super bad. And I'm teaching you on this channel why that's a really bad idea, right? And why hodling and DCAing is like one of the worst strategies on the planet for crypto. And I prove it in this video up here. Watch it afterwards. It's quite important. Okay, having said all of that, come to my Telegram if you want access to the strategy. And now let's talk about how to automate this strategy so it buys and sells on your exchange. In order to automate any TradingView strategy without even having access to its code, I'm using Signum. Yes, it's one of my own creations to make life much easier. And now let me show you how easy it is to automate the strategy that we have been talking about in this video. Here in the strategy tester, where we see the results of the strategy, there is also an alert button. Click on that, and now you just need to copy 3 things from Signum into TradingView, and that's it. So I already have prepared it here. I have an ADA trading bot, and this trading bot here will trade ADA USDT, and the only thing I need to do is to copy, well, the title here, which is given to me to make my life easier. Then the alert message, which is the most important one, just put it here. And then go to notifications and make sure to turn on the webhook URL. Now go back to Signum, copy this URL, put it here, click create, and that's it. Now we have a trading alert that will actually trade ADA whenever this strategy gives a trading signal. It will buy and sell on the exchange, and that's how easy it is to automate. You will find the link down below to arrive on this page here, signum.money. You can get early access depending when you watch this video. This might be not early access, but if you get early access, you don't pay the monthly fee because we don't yet charge people, but it will cost $25 a month for 25 trading bots. No other limitations exist. You can connect exchanges however often you want, but if you use it in the early access phase, of course, you have the benefit of not having to pay for it. Now, the next thing I want to show you is what I promised you in the beginning. I do have my own trading strategies, and I want to show you how one of them performs on ADA and if it's better or worse than this one that is free. Let's do it. Okay, before I show you the strategy, I have to tell you something if you're new around here. I have 3 trading strategies. They are all trend following strategies. I use them for my personal money. I have a massive amount of crypto automated with these strategies. They work on any crypto asset, and it's not just for ADA. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, as you can see here, this is called bot to fast. It's a fast selling strategy, basically to protect the downside so it sells faster and gets back in when necessary. As you can see here, the numbers are quite different. So the net profit is double the one from the Gaussian channel. And also the drawdown is half, meaning that it's less risky. And also it wins 77% of all of its trades. And also it trades seldom, much less often, meaning that it generates less trading fees. So yeah, this is my strategy. Of course, I have worked massive amount of time to create this strategy, and this strategy creates great results on ADA simply because it does not have these unnecessary trades. As you have seen before, it trades only when really it makes sense. So it buys here, sells here, and that's it. It doesn't go in, out, in, out, in, out. And so also it protects from the massive downside. It was selling here September 21, and then it was buying back in somewhere in January 2023. So it protected from the whole drawdown, which I really enjoy. Now, how can you get access to this one? You can go to autotrading.vip, which is my masterclass, and it contains this strategy, and also, let me put myself down here, this strategy, and also the two other strategies that I'm using. But I'm telling people, and I do mean it, that you cannot use these strategies without going through my education, because this is like a dangerous thing. You need to actually have the education to know how to apply the whole thing for many years to come. So these strategies, they cannot be acquired. You can only acquire my education, which then contains my strategies. Long story short, this is just an addition. You do not need this because you have access to the Gaussian channel. It's fully free. You can automate it. You can make a massive amount of money. By the way, Gaussian channel also works on Bitcoin and also on Solana. Hint, hint. So go and check it out. And which video to watch next to perfectly continue your education on becoming an algo trader and actually becoming profitable much faster using algorithms? Well, this video where I explain why you actually need a trading strategy in the first place. I think it's a perfect next video to watch, and I will see you over there. Bye-bye.